So, ladies and gentlemen, right now, please join me to welcome Professor Wasun Chantratita, Head of Center of Medical Genomics, Department of Pathology, Faculty of Medicine, Ramathibodi Hospital, Mahidol University, on the stage for the closing speech. Please, sir.
Good evening. What a surprise that you're still here. Normally, at the end of the session, not many people will show up. I don't know what's wrong with all of you. Oh, okay. I really like to really appreciate all of the our help from many countries. And you can see that we have the very help from Japan for the last 10 years, and it's going to continue for more than 10 years from now. And you can see that it's quite unique opportunity that you can see that people or staff from Ministry of Public Health working side by side with the people in the Ministry of Science and Technology. That is very important. And also the people in university hospital also working with both sides. So without this, it's difficult. Let's say that the Ajahn Yai found something and somehow she tried to implement it, maybe can implement it at Khon Kaen University, but when we join hands with the Ministry of Public Health will spread it to the hospital in many provinces. And when we talk about sea farm, it's not only Thailand, many countries in Southeast Asia, it's about 560 million. And we are quite distinct, and we somehow quite similar in a certain way. And this sea farm, we have Vietnam, we have Cambodia, we have Indonesia, Singapore, Thailand, and Malaysia to join this event. And the next sea farm meeting will be held in which country? Can you guess? Why? Because of her dress, and Dr. Lily will be organize the meeting next year. If you would like to join her or join the meeting, then notify us. Notify T-Cell. We somehow can support you, partially or fully. It's up to you. It depends upon your behavior as well. And I really like in Southeast Asia because we try to confine the meeting in a smaller one, and it's for the Southeast Asia. Because we have our own problem, that we like to pursue our problem in our own way. That's why we try to confine it. And we have our honorable guest from Cambodia this year, okay? And then within the next 10 years, we used to work with the RICAN on Genome-wide Association. Next year, we will change because technology changed from array to the next generation sequencer. And then we will work closely with the RICAN and Dr. Machurada and Dr. Kubo about the new panel that we can screen the pharmacogenetic related genes, not just only one gene, the panel. And I talked to Dr. Kubo, said, hey, Wasun, you are grown up. Sometimes you do not need to send the DNA to Japan. I know that you have the facility. Let's work with Dr. Machurada, and then we can have maybe primer or multiplex, whatever, and try in Thailand. That would be another way around. And you can see that I like to emphasize that the pharmacogenomics testing is not diagnostic. It's not going to tell you positive or negative. It's not the monitoring tools because we're going to test it just only once in a lifetime. It is called prediction. After Human Genome Project, after we know a lot of genome, we now know that we can use that gene and predict it. And it's going to be very, or what you call popular within the next 10 years from now. And the cost of the healthcare spending from your treatment would be reduced. But the cost of the diagnostic, monitoring, and prediction will be increased. And we call it early detection. We call it preventive medicine. Okay? No need for you to be sick first. We can know it beforehand better than fortune teller. And you can see that what we try to is in the global, we try to identify the gene, 3 genes, for that if you have it, you have a very high risk for adverse drug reaction. For example, allopurinol, carbamazepine, and bacteria. But it doesn't mean that this gene would represent in each nation. Look at Japan, for example. They don't have that kind of gene, but they have something different. So this is the reason why each country need to do their own markers to study their own markers. And this is pharmacogenomics is what you call low-hanging fruit, meaning that you can do it today, or even yesterday, and even tomorrow. It's not so difficult. There is no need for you to be a brilliant scientist or geneticist or whatever. You have the blood, you do the screening test, and that's it. If you have a high-risk genetic marker, try to stop the patient to take that kind of medication. Very simple as that. And if talking about the Southeast Asia, if you would like to join the global network, we have another meeting that what we call the Global Genomic Medicine Collaborative Summit. The third one would be held in Greece next year. If you would like to, you have to prepare budget for yourself. I cannot support you, but pharmacogenomics will be part of it. And lastly, it's our MC. Okay? MC is very important because you're going to see her at first, right? And her name is Nong Mam. Okay? Nong Mam is a graduate from Chulalongkorn University and major in English, right? And you can, the reason I show this picture to remind you that to organize the meeting, it not just only me. There are many staff involved. For example, Kun Anutep, who actually, or Nong Somchuk, where is she? Oh, over there. And she's actually asked Nong Mam that, okay, you have to dress in white and blue. And then she sent the picture to me that, okay, which style should be right. This is a detail that a lot of staff that I like really have to thank that to help us to organize this kind of conference. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Go home.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. All right. Wow. And then we see the presentation on the screen and we have my pictures on that. It's my first event with my pictures. Am I beautiful on the screen? Then the real one? Just kidding. All right. So as you say that, thank you very much for all the stuff. Many stuff of the T cells that helps me a lot, and also for the full information from Professor Wasun too, that he is the one who really do the hard work for this event. So thank you once again for all the staff and especially for Professor Wasun. A big round of applause once again for T cell staff. Could we change? Just kidding. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I would like to thank you, every one of you, for joining us for this special event. And I think that this event is amazing. our all experience, all the knowledge that we share together today. I believe that we can help together to improve and develop our the efficacies of the pharmacotherapy and also for the medical treatment, not just only in Thailand, but also in Southeast Asia. Maybe you expand to around the world and help each other together for our patient in the future too. You agree? All right. So thank you very much for joining us, and thank you very much for all the distinguished speaker for both yesterday and today too. And before we go home, please fill in the feedback form and submit to our staff at the registration for our better organization of the next event too. So thank you very much for your cooperation. And see you again next time, maybe in Vietnam. I will fly with you too. Can I have the budget? All right, see you again in Vietnam and have a good day in Thailand. Thank you very much. สวัสดีค่ะ